What's up, guys? This is part 8.5 to What If Naruto Was OP and Neglected. If you guys haven't seen part 8 already, go watch it, because this is a continuation of something that happened. Like, it's not part 9, it's not like it's not like the next part, but something, kind of a part of something that happened that I forgot to mention in part 8, so this is going to be a shorter video. Like, I'm not sure how long, but either way, it's a short video, or shorter video. So, this is going to focus on Menma and Jiraiya and Minato. So after training for around a year or two, and Menma has also learned Sage Mode and has pretty good control of the Nine-Tailed Chakra, but he can't really unlock KCM because he can't really make a friendship with Kurama and all that. And so yeah, they think they're ready to introduce Menma to Gamma Maru, aka the Great Toad Sage. Pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, Gamma Maru, something along those lines. And so they decide to go to Mount Miyoboku, and I think that's also how you pronounce that. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. So, and when they go, they decide to Jiraiya reverse summons all of them, and the people who end up going is, well, of course, Jiraiya and Menma. Also, Minato, Kushina, and Tsunade, since Tsunade trained Menma, and so Jiraiya, and they want to, see the reaction that the Great Toad Sage gives to them after seeing their quote-unquote child of prophecy. And they make their way to them, and Jiraiya says, "I brought the child of prophecy," and the Great Toad Sage looks at Menma and senses him and looks at him and says, "Who is this?" And that's when Jiraiya says, "It's the child of prophecy, the one that was supposed to train Minato's son, or Minato's boy." And that's when the Great Toad Sage says, "Jiraiya boy, this is not the child of prophecy." And that's when Jiraiya says, "What do you mean? It's Minato's son. I've trained him. He has golden hair and blue eyes, just as the prophecy says." And that's when Great Toad Sage says, "Yes, he does, but this is not the right one. Does he not have some sort of brother?" And that's when he kind of like hits Jiraiya and goes, "He does, but he does not have blue eyes. He has red eyes of the Nine-Tails." And that's when the Sage Frog says, "Have you ever considered what his natural eyes look like without the Nine-Tails not infuriating, messing with his features?" And again, they haven't seen Naruto's blue eyes or anything just yet, because they haven't seen Naruto at all. And so that's when it kind of hits all of them and go, "We haven't. We've only seen him in his Nine-Tails eyes." But that's when Jiraiya kind of like steps in and says, "Yes, but even so, he was a lot weaker when he was born, and he was a loser, and kind of just like badmouths Naruto." And that's when his two, I forgot what those things are, but I think they're the two toads that are with him on his shoulders. There you go. I have bad pronunciations with words like that. And so yeah, and I'm not sure what they're called actually. What are they called? Shoot. Either way, those two frogs, the granny, or not the granny, but the girl one, says, and you know who else was a loser when they were a kid? Jiraiya boy. And Jiraiya goes, at first is kind of confused and says, "What do you mean?" And says, "Well, I'm staring at one right now. Remember how you were when you were a child? How much of a loser you were? You barely knew ninjutsu. Now look at you. A legendary ninja that people respect and fear." And that's when it kind of hits dry. Like, she's right. I was weak. I got stronger because people called me weak. And Great Sage Toad says, "Well, where is he now? Can you not bring him? And have you trained him?" And that's when Dry kind of looks down and says, he's gone. He we kicked him out of the village, and he um we kicked him out of the village. What else? I forgot. I was gonna say something, but I completely forgot. Great. Yeah. So he basically says that we kicked him out of the village, and that he basically doesn't even want to associate with us anymore. And I haven't trained him. Oh no, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that he said, and I haven't trained him at all. And he kind of looks down, nervous, and just kind of disappointed in himself for thinking in such a way. And the great Toad Sage like scolds Jiraiya and scolds what's his name, Minato and Kushina for being such bad parents, for neglecting him just because he was somewhat weaker. And even though he looked like that, he was still his son, and should have treated him as that. And that's when like the true regret that I was talking about in the last few parts sinks in, and they truly kind of regret ever kicking Naruto out and ever treating him so badly. And yeah, and even the two frogs that are always on his shoulders, or tells Jiraiya that they're pretty disappointed to be called his masters for treating a boy in such a way, for thinking that way, for not helping him, for not doing anything for him. And yeah, and Jiraiya and all of them kind of leave disappointed. Tsunade didn't really get scolded because she really doesn't have anything to do with it. She just trained and helped Minato, but you know, she doesn't really have any correlations with that. And so she's still disappointed that Menma wasn't the child of prophecy. And Menma, he is just like, he's furious, he's mad because of what because Jiraiya always told him that he was going to be the child of prophecy, and now he's finding out that his quote unquote dumb, stupid, old, or technically older brother by a few seconds is the true child of prophecy. That loser that got lucky and beat me a few times. And even though every single time they fought, unless it was before Naruto found out about Kurama and Ashura, because I'm pretty sure they would have fought like once or twice. And yeah, so Menma is just mad while everybody else is just furious. And Menma starts, like, when they get back, just says, "That loser, that idiot, that stupid older brother of mine is the quote unquote child of prophecy." And it just, bad mouthing Naruto. And that's when Minato goes up to him. And at first, Menma thinks he's just gonna talk to him, but instead, like, Minato raises his hand and just slaps Menma and tells him, "That's your brother you're talking about. We should have never done that. I realize what the mistake we've done. We've lost one of our sons to kind of a blind hatred." And they're just kind of just really sad at this point. And Menma is still going off and saying that, and still kind of like going off and saying, "Oh no, okay, I'm gonna retract what I just said about about Minato slapping Menma. That's still gonna happen, but before that, on top of him bad mouthing Naruto, he starts bad mouthing Jiraiya and saying, "And you said it was gonna be the child prophecy. You trained me. You led me to believe. You liar. You stinking old man." What's called? And he said, "It should have been an honor to train me. I'm the son of the Hokage. You should have trained me to be better, to become the child of prophecy, no matter what." And then that's when Minato slaps Actually, I'm gonna say Kushina this time instead. Slaps uh Naruto. I not Naruto. Menma, and then she says that, and both both Minato and Kushina. Oh my god, I'm mixing so many names up. Say that that's your brother you're talking about, and that's Jiraiya. You should be honored that is training you. You should be happy. Either way, even if you're not a child of prophecy, you're still gonna be a great ninja. And we should have never kicked your brother out. He could have been a great ninja as well. He could have been powerful. You two could have teamed up. And yeah, that's when they mainly like get pretty sad and all that. And so this happened. I'm not sure if I said this earlier, but this happened when Naruto and Sasuke were looking for Itachi, and that happened in like between where they started looking. No, no, no. Like in between where like they're looking like near the end and when they found it during the battle. Like that's when all this took place. And that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry again that it was such a short video. I know it's only like 11 minutes I think, but again, like, subscribe, share, comment, do all that. If you have any suggestions for part 9, which should be coming out in a few days, then leave them in the comments. And yeah, that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.